Pope Francis, who is currently struggling with health issues, said he had a resignation letter ready to go the moment he became pontiff.
The new cardinals come from 14 different countries around the world. 18 of the 21 newly elected cardinals are under the age of 80 and thus eligible under church law to enter a secret conclave to elect the next pope after Francis's death or resignation.
Pope Francis, one of the world's most influential leaders, guides over 1.3 billion Catholics. While he's long stated that the papacy is a lifelong commitment, rumors of his resignation have circulated for years. But just when it seemed like we knew what to expect, a surprising twist has left everyone stunned. Not only about his potential resignation, but also about who could succeed him and what it means for the future of the Church. Let's uncover the truth behind this shocking revelation. Pope Francis, who has led the Catholic Church since 2013, has opened up about the possibility of resigning due to health concerns. The 88-year-old pontiff has been facing growing speculation about his ability to continue fulfilling his papal duties, given his age and health challenges. Despite his previous statements about the papacy being a lifelong commitment, Pope Francis has hinted at the fact that he may step down if his health deteriorates to the point where he can no longer serve effectively. Since his election as Pope, Pope Francis has been open about his health challenges. Notably, he has been struggling with chronic knee pain, which has required the use of a wheelchair for mobility since 2022. This physical limitation, combined with other health issues, has led to speculation about whether he will be able to continue performing the demanding duties of his position. In 2023, he was hospitalized for a lung infection, which raised further concerns about his well-being. In a recent revelation, Pope Francis disclosed that he has already written a resignation letter. He explained that should his health prevent him from carrying out his duties, he would submit this letter to step down. This is a highly unusual and forward-thinking approach, as previous popes have resigned due to old age or health issues without prior notice. His decision to prepare a resignation letter underscores his commitment to the Church and the importance he places on ensuring effective leadership, regardless of his personal circumstances. In addition to his health concerns, Pope Francis has faced significant internal opposition within the Church. Conservative factions, especially in the U.S., have voiced criticism of his more progressive views on issues like climate change, interfaith dialogue, and his calls for reform. This ideological divide has created tensions between Pope Francis and some of the more traditional elements of the Church, which may influence his decision regarding his future. Pope Francis's papacy has been defined by efforts to reform the Catholic Church, particularly in addressing corruption and financial mismanagement within the Vatican. While these reforms have been lauded by many, they have also faced strong resistance. His attempts to create a more inclusive and transparent church have met with opposition from various factions, which has made his leadership even more challenging. The constant balancing act between innovation and tradition has added to the stress and complexities of his role. Under Pope Francis, the Vatican has made strides toward gender equality, with the percentage of women in Vatican positions rising from 19.2% to 23.4%. In addition, Pope Francis has worked to implement financial audits and stricter oversight within the Vatican to combat corruption. However, these efforts have often been met with resistance from entrenched powers within the Vatican, further complicating his attempts to bring about change. Amid his ongoing health problems and the resistance he faces within the Church, pressure has been mounting on Pope Francis to step down. Some have criticized him for his handling of the clerical abuse crisis, and Archbishop Carlo Maria Vigano has called for his resignation, citing alleged failures in addressing these issues. The increasing demands for his resignation from certain factions within the Church could eventually influence his decision about his future. If Pope Francis were to step down, the question of his successor would be pivotal. One of the most frequently mentioned potential successors is Cardinal Luis Antonio Tagle, a prominent and well-respected figure within the Catholic Church. Cardinal Tagle, the Archbishop of Manila, has been a key ally of Pope Francis and shares his vision of a more inclusive and socially engaged church. His leadership skills, combined with his commitment to social justice, make him a strong contender to follow in Pope Francis's footsteps. Cardinal Tagle's experience and qualifications position him as a leading candidate for the papacy. He has served in various important roles within the Church, including as the head of the Congregation for the Evangelization of Peoples. His reputation as a compassionate and unifying figure, along with his efforts to reform the Vatican, align closely with Pope Francis's goals. His global perspective and outreach to diverse communities also make him an ideal candidate to continue Pope Francis's work of uniting the Church.